Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Kelsy Elle, and I have a very, very special guest today, Dr. Lisa Merritt from Merritt Wellness Method. Hello, Dr. Merritt. How are you today?
We're doing great.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your time. We are going to talk about some very important things, ladies. So listen up, because I know during this time, I think it's been on our minds of just overall wellness, how to up level our wellness, but also have any of you been feeling like you're kind of aging quicker as you're sitting at home and you're maybe eating more and drinking more and doing a little less exercise at the gym? I know a lot of women have come to me and have expressed this feeling, and so I brought on our expert here who's gonna kind of inform all of you a little bit as to maybe why this is happening, what we can do about it. So the founder of Fearless Aging, Dr. Merritt, I would love for you to tell us just a little bit about yourself and what got you to this point that you're teaching women how to age beautifully.
Well, thank you for having me on, Kelsey. I'm so excited to share the things that I've experienced personally and also what I've done for many, many other women and men too on their journey for health and wellness. Many times I've had people ask me, what do I do to keep myself healthy and looking younger? And I'm actually going to be 64 in November. And, it's one of those things they go, well, what do you do? Is it just genetics? And as time went on, I thought that, maybe I have some things that I can tell them that would be a little bit more concise, along with what to do with our diet and what to do with our exercise, but to give them an embracing attitude about aging and what is our fountain of youth. And so my Merit Wellness Method kind of encompasses these approaches of what do we do structurally and what do we do nutritionally and what do we do emotionally to keep ourselves so we age gracefully.
Ooh, that is a big one. Do you feel like this is a common theme amongst all of your patients? And I mean, you've been working with patients for how many years now?
Almost 40.
Yeah.
And, and I've been really fortunate because I did have a great role model. My father was a physician. My mom was like a farm girl. So we were having an upbringing that was really more fortunate than most people. So I don't have that story in my life of like, oh, I was a terrible eater and I didn't have good role models, or I had. And so, my journey is a little bit more like, let's get it started now. And what can we do young? And what can we do early in life? So not only do I just work with women that are aging in their 50s or something, but also with the youth, because what you're doing when you're young is going to make a change when you're getting older. And it's one of those things that, okay, hindsight's 2020, so let's work with the ones that are young and have the things that they're doing and look at that, but then also what's happening with those that already have some chronic problems. So we can kind of like get you to be your 100% where you're at right now.
It is really so true. And I talk about this all day long with my clients and my potential clients is, we may know we have maybe not everything together. We're not doing everything perfectly, but we don't realize necessarily how important it is to do it right now, because it will affect how we feel in the future, how we look in the future, all of these things. And I know, yeah, when I first met you, I was like, there's just no way. You are my hero when it comes to all things aging. I'm like, I want to learn everything from you, because you have such energy and zest for life. You look amazing. You feel amazing. And I think everyone deserves to feel their best and just start, doing what they need to do now. So how do you work with your clients in the coaching capacity?
Well, at first, we have to go through a little history of what's going on in their lives, because everybody is, it's personalized, and you can't just get a cookie cutter remedy or plan for someone. It has to be personalized, and I have to kind of connect with them. And it is a journey, and it is a time that I feel I work with women more because we work well together. And I've seen women come from a point where they may just start talking about their skin and what is going on with that. And it's not always just the topical things. So then we discuss what's going on inside that's making the outside, and then what we're doing on the outside that's making the inside. And then we talk about what their real symptoms are, because your symptoms are telling your story. And we do questionnaires, and we find out some of their habits. And a lot of times I find I want to help them. Are you doing healthy comfort foods or unhealthy comfort foods? Because we want to change their instincts. And it's not an overnight thing, because sometimes we're emotional eaters and we do emotional habits, and we want to try to change it to be a constructive habit that we develop. So where's our mindset? What's the tape playing in our head? And that journey begins with, maybe week one, we just start to talk about their emotional health, and then try to get that where that processing is going on. Because I can't just say, okay, I want you to start changing these habits if I don't have their mindset right,
Mm-hmm.
and then we work with, okay, so what are some of your eating habits? What are some of the things you're inclined to have? Or maybe allergies even that they can't eat. Even if I say, oh, well, you should have almonds, and they go, I can't eat almonds, or even people, I tell a lot of people to eat pineapple, and they'll go, oh, but I'm allergic to pineapple. And so then we have to learn what's right for them. And as we go through those processes, then we go, well, what are you doing for moving and your body and exercise? And it's funny because sometimes I have somebody, well, I'm a marathon runner and I get out and jog, and they're the person that's like this, and I go, do you ever slow down? And they go, oh, I hate yoga. And so then you got to find the balance for them, that maybe you need to do some slow down stuff. In the office for all the years, and now with my clients, I kind of say, are you the turtle or the hare? Because we do have to get that balance. Sometimes you got to move a little more. Sometimes you got to slow down a little more.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's a really good point.
and where we find what really is them. I'm a very vivacious, and I love life, and I embrace life, and I want that to be magnified, and people to feel like they want that. But I'm also a person who I like to chill out too, and I enjoy, my personal thing is I like going for nice walks and hiking, or even I like to do watercolors. So sometimes I'm not like just go go go. It's also those calming times that we need to kind of find that balance.
Yeah, having that balance. And there's so many overwhelmed, people right now with everything coming at them, a lot of unknown. And it does lead, a lot of people to doing the wrong things. And, I know there's so many kind of fear factors out there and things that can make people feel really scared. And just overall, when it comes to aging is, not wanting to end up, at us maybe too early, not able to do anything, or not even able to get out of bed, or having that really great brain health, so the brain is still really active and really working in those later years. And that's something we do really have to start looking at right now. Do you feel like when your clients come to you and they have these problems, what is their urgency typically to fix whatever symptom they're having?
Well, and that really does vary, because sometimes it could be someone saying, oh, heartburn, heartburn, heartburn. And that could happen even early in life, that somebody might not have enough digestive enzymes, or their pH may be off, or they think they're doing the right things and maybe they have a gut infection. So sometimes we have to go into that. Or I get people who could have joint issues and they don't realize that some of their repetitive habits are making them have joint issues, or they're not getting enough collagen, and we need to talk about vitamin D. Or they may be not doing brain exercises, and people don't realize that there's really brain exercises, and some of them are really fun and some of them are efforts. And the ones that are more effort is to read more, do more puzzles, do things that kind of challenge you to broaden your scope. You know, when people start getting older, they do the same thing over and over and over, and that rigidity sometimes makes their brain rigid, and they're not expanding by trying new things. And one time I even did a little seminar, and it was really fun. It was called Doing a Brain Dance. And it is that they say, maybe you know how to do the cha-cha or salsa, but learning certain brain dance moves seem really hard to kind of do, like if you have two left feet. But that challenge is good for your brain, and it helps it open up. So these teasers, not only just being a bookworm or doing, you know, old-fashioned crosswords, or, you know, even getting on our app and doing fun stuff, your brain grows, and that's really, really good. But I tell people, just get some music on and start dancing, but actually practice those dance things. You know, like if you go to a wedding and there's those people who do those real good line dances and you're like, ah, but that stuff's good for you, you know. Of course, have too much alcohol in you, because that's not good for your brain. And then dance worth anything, you know.
Oh yeah, it's so important. And you're also kind of saving marriages too, because you help women with libido and hormones and all of these things that start kind of going wonky at a certain age. Do you find that to be something really fun to go in and start to investigate with your clients?
Well, yes, because, you know, I'm such a I want to have people be inspired about themselves. And women aging, we have to have our, what is beauty, what is sexy, what is libido. So sometimes when someone says they have low libido, we do have to talk about their relationships too, because they have to feel that self-worth and that self-love. And do they feel beautiful? So of course, you know, we make jokes about our boobs going lower, and maybe we don't feel like we look so great or something. And then that's not alluring for our husbands, because we're not feeling good about ourselves. And I remember talking to an old OBG about just myself, and he goes, your husband doesn't think about that stuff. He's thinking about how much you want him. Yeah. And then you need to look at it that way. But there are a lot of things to do to increase your libido. And so that journey is not just mindset, of course, but it is about, you know, hydration and our estrogen levels, and what are we doing for our, you know, our tissues of our body. And I don't want women to be afraid to talk about it. And some of you may remember Dr. Ruth, and she was like that funny old, I don't know, she was German or what she was, but you know, Kelsey, you and I talked about it, and I feel like I am making a movement. I am making something. Let's stop hiding how we're really feeling, and let's open up, and let's get the authorities, like someone like me, to be your girlfriend and talk about what's real, but give you knowledge and insight and educate.
Absolutely. And that's, you know, it's so important. I think when someone thinks, okay, why should I get a coach? I could maybe go read a book on increasing my libido, or I could read a book on nutrition, but it's not necessarily personalized for what they're exact problem is, or maybe they have a certain level that's really off that they wouldn't know about or know how to handle on their own. When you have, a doctor who's been doing this for 40 years, who's now in the coaching capacity, who actually, you literally walk your clients through every part of their health to age beautifully, gracefully, feel more vibrant, feel better in all areas of their lives. And you're such an example of that. I always say I will send everyone, your way when it comes to these things, because you are walking the walk, and you've clearly done it, in the past for all of your patients. But I think what's really special about having, a coach like you too, is the idea that you're not just going into the doctor's office and getting a quick, 20-minute consultation or a quick 20-minute, Q&A. And then I don't know how to do it.
It's not even 20 minutes anymore.
Yeah. It's really hard. And I think the number one thing that most people need is really that accountability partner. It's like, did you do what I told you to do yesterday? And if that person's going, uh-oh, I don't want to admit that I haven't done it yet, she's going to do it. Do you find that, are you, selective with your clients as far as, do you need them to be coachable? And what are some things that you look for in your clients?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is, it's the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And, these women have to be ready, and they want to do the work. And most of my women are really very well educated, and they just need even more of that extra brain, because I love people who want to learn and want to be educated, because a doctor means teacher, and that's why I'm doing this as an educator and a coach to them. But I want them to know that this has been my years of study and years of expertise. And not only that, even what I'm practicing for my own self. And so you need that extra guidance. And I can't take people who just want someone to do it for them. They have to want to try. And I want to keep them, like I said, inspired, so they want to learn, because it's fun to learn. And if I can educate them in a way that it's not intimidating, or it's really like I'm trying to put fear that I know so much and they know nothing, I want to teach them so that they have ownership of it and feel like, I remembered you're saying this, like I'm that extra little voice in their head, because they remember it, and they're teachable and ready. It's hard, because you do got to get your foot in the door, and sometimes people think they're not ready, but once they get that little bit of spark, if I can do that, I've had many times somebody says, well, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. Well, it is time, when you're sick and tired, that you're ready to go. You want to be, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So it is just that foot in the door, that little spark, that little encouragement. But you've got to say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm there for them every day. I want to be that little voice in their head. And, that thing of, I remember Dr. Merritt said this and said that. And even my girlfriends have told me that, I'll be at a party and it's almost like they just want to listen to me. And all of a sudden they're like, E.F. Hutton. And I'm like, well, I have a glass of wine, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. And I want to be that person that's approachable. And it makes it fun too. This journey's got to be fun. And just where your questions are welcome, because no question is a stupid question.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Uh-oh, did we lose our Dr. Merritt? We have lost you on video, but we'll get you back in a second, hopefully.
Here we go. I'm sorry. So I got a spam call just come through.
That happened. Well, it's really amazing. Yeah, we kind of joke that you're like the Yoda for women and girls who are just they're looking for that zest. They're looking to feel better. They're looking to just increase their energy and start feeling, normal again. And we all have those periods where things start kind of going downhill and spiraling, and then they go to their doctor and the doctor goes, well, just take a pill, or just do this, try that, and usually they don't give them a whole lot of hope. But the fact that you really do, you're there for them, you cheerlead, and you are so much fun. I mean, there's an element where you want your doctor coach to be fun too and empowering. And so what you really do is kind of brainstorm with your clients on how to get there. And when things are really rough and people have said, well, that's just how life is, or, you just have gotten at that age where you're going to have to deal with it. Oh, maybe you have pain here, maybe you have this. No, it actually doesn't have to be that way. So I am really, really, really just so happy to know you. And I get so much from you every time we talk, and gain so many insights. So thank you so much for sharing your insights with everyone here in my tribe. And if anyone does want to book a free breakthrough brainstorm session with Dr. Merritt, you offer them pretty much every day, right? A few spots. They're fairly limited because I know you're a busy woman. You have a lot of your clients, trying to get in with you, but we will post the link below if anyone wants to, get more clarity on what it is. It's like the Botox is usually not going to fix it. The quick vacation away is not going to fix the energy problems. And usually we come back going, great, now I need another vacation, or this isn't working, or I have this extra 10 pounds. It won't go away. But, I guess this is what happens when you turn my age. But no.
Well, and I want to talk to them about like the medications and give them knowledge about the side effects. And, it's not that I want everyone to feel like whatever they're doing, they're being scorned, but we want to know the consequences of what we choose to do. And we do want to age gracefully, and we do want to think about gaining wisdom, and we do want to have someone who's kind of saying, what should I do instead or along with it? And it's not like there's always the everything's the good side or the bad side. Sometimes it is have to be where someone gives you that East meets West approach. And that's what I want to do for all these ladies.
Oh, you are so amazing. You do such good work, Dr. Merritt. And I'm so happy that you shared your time with us today. I know your time is so valuable. So thank you. Thank you. And again, if any of you want to get in touch with Dr. Merritt, I'll put the link below. That's to her personal calendar where you can get a free breakthrough call, and it will be life-changing. So, all right, have a beautiful rest of your day.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.